How you doing? This is Vinnie, and this is the world according to Vinnie, and this is Sunday Funday. Um, some of y'all asked, "Yep, I'm smoking a cigar. Of course I am. Got my coffee with me. I think this is a CAO is what I'm smoking today. Ah, very delicious coffee and very delicious cigar. Anyway." Today is Sunday Funday. We've got some interesting stories, a couple funny ones, and one little technology based. But if you like some of the stuff I'm doing, hit the subscribe button and share it and hit the likes and all that good stuff. You know what I'm talking about. And by the way, if you happen to be wanting to shop on Amazon like I do, I have a link down in the description. If you click that and go through Amazon that way, doesn't cost you any extra, but it does. Amazon will help the channel a little bit if you do any purchases. It's just a little something that they do. So I really appreciate if you would. But let's get going. Let's get started. First one I thought was interesting. We've all worked for some interesting employers, and this one is quite interesting. A man from Fayetteville, Georgia, got his final overdue paycheck from a local auto shop in the form of a pile of pennies with a note that said, "You know what, F you," attached to it. Guess the owner was mad. But earlier in the month, Andreas Flayton received a delivery of over 91,000 1-cent coins, all soaked in greasy oil and dumped in their driveway. But I guess early March here, Instagram post by Flatton's girlfriend Olivia Oxley states that a huge chunk of change arrived 4 months after her boyfriend quit his job at the AOK Walker Auto Works. You gotta love where it says AOK, so he's on the yellow pages if anybody's using it. But this is in Peachtree City, and it's run by Miles Walker. And first things first, her boyfriend gave the owner a resignation letter, complete with 2 weeks' notice. After Miles Walker of AOK Walker Auto Works continued to be a complete jerk, making a normal work day just hell, making unnecessary comments about my boyfriend's daughter. He would have got punched in the nose if that happened. If I had a daughter, that would have just happened. But just being a jerk. And 2 weeks turned into 5 days. And I guess, he just had it. Oxley explained that Walker had refused to send out Flayton's last paycheck, claiming damages to his shop. Unbelievable. Once the word lawyer was introduced, this is what happened. Fox 5 interviewed Flayton, who said he contacted the Georgia Department of Labor for assistance on his paycheck. It wouldn't have gone 4 months. There would have been some problems. But this man did it right. He called his former boss childish thing to do. Yeah, just pain. Move on. If the math was done correctly by the TV station, it's 91,515 pennies. 2.5 grams each is 504 pounds of pennies with grease and everything. He currently keeps the pennies in a wheelbarrow with wheels that have deflated due to the weight of the zinc and copper. Added that he now spends his evenings sitting in the garage cleaning the coins. Think that's going to be a lot of work for money. I've already worked for it, he said. OK Walker Artworks did not immediately respond to Huffington Post's request for comment. But Walker, the owner of the shop, did speak with other local media outlets. He told Fox 5 that he had paid Flayton in U.S. currency, did not wish to speak further on the matter. I don't know if I did that or not, Walker said in a brief interview with CBS 46 when questioned about the pennies. I don't really remember. Doesn't matter, he got paid, that's all that matters. He's a weenie for even bringing it up. What a complete, you-know-what. I guess it was a toxic work environment with Walker disparaging female employers, ripping up pay stubs in front of workers. The business was slammed with swaths of negative reviews on Yelp and Google in recent days due to the Vinnie story. So, employers, just pay the man. Just as Barney Fife would say, or just pay the man, Aunt B. Just pay the man. But anyway, next story. Kansas man. This, before I go further, this is something I found, and my friend Mike lives in Iowa, but he's a huge Chiefs fan. He'll love this one. This is for you, Mike. He has a YouTube channel, Mike being Mike. Check that out. But a Kansas man who turned his love for the Chiefs into a giant mural on the side of his house. The city ordered him to take it down. Chris Chansey said he spent 60 hours painting the murals of Patrick Mahomes, Eric Fisher, and Mitchell Schwartz on the side of his Kansas City home to remember the 2020 Super Bowl victory. He said, "We don't have an HOA here. We don't have any restrictions that I know. I thought I was going to paint my house, so let's have some fun." Chansey said he received a letter from the city that he has until March 31st to remove the mural coming up. The mural signs are not allowed in areas zoned as residential. Escalating penalties could be up to $1,500. They even went as far as to say that they can put a lien on his property. Said he was going to paint over the mural, but a friend suggested a different idea. He had a friend who's been in the back of my ear telling me that he wants to buy it. He wants to steal it off my house, he said. Pretty interesting. But you know what? You got to back your team. Just like today, the IU women's basketball, first time in the Elite Eight. It was the first time in the Sweet 16. So it was a great game today. You got to back your teams. As you know, I'm a Colts fan, and I'm not going to paint my house. But you know what? You got to do what you want to do. Cities sometimes get crazy. The last story I have, a little technology, a little interesting. Piece of cloth from the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903 is set to become a part of aviation history again, but it's going to be on Mars. The Carolyn Historical Park, the Ohio home of Wright Brothers National Museum, said NASA officials got in contact in 2019 about finding a way to connect Wilbur and Orville Wright's first successful flight in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, with the first heavier-than-air flight on Mars. I think it's that helicopter they got. Museum provided a small fragment of the Wright Flyer 1's wing covering to be carried aboard Ingenuity. It's a small helicopter attached to the belly of NASA's Perseverance rover on the surface of the red planet. NASA said Ingenuity is expected to take its first flight sometime after April 8th. The flight will mark the first ever powered controlled flight of an aircraft on another planet, NASA said. The use of Wright Flyer 1 wing covering for the museum received the blessing of both Amanda Wright Lane and Stephen Wright, Wilbur and Orville's great-grandniece and nephew. Wilbur and Orville would be pleased to know that a little piece of their 1903 Wright Flyer, the machine that launched the space age by flying barely just a quarter of a mile, is going to soar in history again on Mars, the family said. I think that's cool. Little history. Just going to Mars, doing that is something else. So anyway, short one today, but I want to do something for Sunday Funday. Always going to try to do something interesting. May take the channel, do some different things, a little bit more, some stuff that maybe people can search and go, I never knew about that. Maybe some history, or maybe some how-to, or what you do in these situations. Looking to do that. Put some comments down. Tell me what you'd like me to talk about. Hope you're enjoying this, these YouTube videos. I'm enjoying it. I hope you do. But always make sure you bring a cigar if you're a cigar smoker. Drink a cup of coffee and enjoy them when you're reading them and watching them. So, hey, this is Vinny. This is The World According to Vinny. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Take care. Goodbye.